A few of you sent me a college ejection to analyze, and well, there's really not much to it, as you'll see shortly.
Woodward's got to be careful. Tony Vitello chopping, and somebody just got tossed. Frank Anderson's all the way out of the dugout.
You can't do that. I'm sorry. You cannot.
And Frank Anderson just got ejected.
I think he just got thrown out twice. You can't do that, man. I don't care if the rule says you can't argue balls and strikes, then quite honestly, you should throw everybody out of the game the entire time. Because it happens consistently. There was nobody out of the dugout. I don't know what was said, but I don't like this one.
Tennessee fans show their displeasure.
As the broadcast opined, we don't know what was said, so let's watch a replay to find out what happened.
Because if you're going to run somebody when they say one thing about arguing balls and strikes, that happens 40 times during the course of the game. You can't, for me, it's got to be either throw everybody out the minute that they say something, or it better be prolonged enough that there's a reason. That definitely was not prolonged enough.
I'm glad he said prolonged. There are 3 P's of discipline: profane, personal, and prolonged. So that's one of the 3. But let's see if the batter said anything that would qualify as profane or personal.
See, and they haven't had Tennessee over the course of the year. They've seen all the stuff on Twitter. They've heard about it, and yeah, it's boisterous sometimes. But man, this is a quick hook. Well, that's maybe a little aggressive right now for Gilbert. I'll tell you that. I thought he threw out Frank Anderson. What Gilbert turned around and said, that can't get you wrong. Because you're not going to hear this very often if you're a home plate umpire that's directly at him, and he did not waste any time. If you run it back, you can see what's said, and I thought he threw Frank Anderson out.
They got Gilbert and Anderson. Gilbert first, and then when Anderson came out the on-deck circle, and then
one more note, Frank Anderson is a pitching coach. In college, the language is assistant coach. Only the head coach can come onto the field to talk to the umpire about things. It's in the book. Look it up. Also, in confronting the umpire, the batter technically violates NCAA's batter's box rule. The penalty for that, funny enough, is an automatic strike. Could you imagine the chaos that would have caused?
You cannot.
And Frank Anderson just got ejected.
And of course, college has the automatic suspension rule because remember, these are student athletes.
The rule says you can't argue balls and strikes, then quite honestly, you should throw everybody out of the game the entire time.
In that case, both teams forfeit for a lack of players, and this video is over.